Hey everybody, welcome back to another short video, and I've got an update for you on a story which broke yesterday. You may recall the media reporting the news that a lady called Sasha Johnson, self-described Black Panther of Oxford, had been shot in the head. That made the news. Well, here's the update on it, and then we're going to talk about Diane Abbott. Just bear with me. First of all, here we go. Here's the new headline. Sasha Johnson, Black Lives Matter activist, shot by a group of men. Men. Oh, I think there's a word missing there. Can you guess what it is before I tell you? Here we go, folks. A prominent Black Lives Matter activist was shot by a group of 4 black men at a party in South London last night. So she was shot by black men, which is not that unusual in London, where unfortunately the amount of gang crime carried out by black gangs on black people who they prey on is extraordinarily high. But anyway, there we have it, folks. That is the latest information. She was shot by black men. This is the black supremacist Sasha Johnson, we must point out, who wants to, according to her own Twitter feed, make white people, her slaves. But now I want to, by way of light relief from that, I want to take that off the screen, and I want to play you this prominent Labour MP talking about the issue in excruciating, truly cringe detail last night on Newsnight. I'm going to stop and talk a little bit as we go through it. Here we go.
A little earlier, Diane, you were accused of inflaming racial tension when you made a connection between the shooting of Sasha Johnson with her activism, with her party take the initiative.
But it was her party in its very first statement about this, which mentioned the fact that she'd had a series of death threats. And you know, when
the shooting wasn't connected to that, I think everyone involved has said we shouldn't.
Notice that. But facts don't matter. Keep going, Diane.
Be jumping
but
to...
you know, Emily, when a person of colour is attacked for raising issues to do with race, that doesn't take the debate further forward.
So Diane has neatly just made the topic all about herself. As a person of colour, she's been attacked for getting it calamitously wrong. Because what she said there, folks, just so we're really clear, she said, but her party put out a press statement saying she'd received death threats. Yes, Diane Abbott. And the police at the same time put out a statement denying there were any credible threats of violence towards her. So the question, Diane Abbott, for you is, why do you not believe the police?
If people are inflamed,
but not when she was shot.
If people are inflamed about race in this country, you need to look at the underlying issues. My friends and colleagues.
Well, the underlying issues might be the amount of black-on-black crime in London, Diane Abbott, a city for which you are an MP. I wonder what your views on that might be. I guess we'll never know.
David Lamb did an exhaustive report about how black people are treated in the criminal justice system.
So Diane is saying essentially you can make this connection because somewhere along the lines it was connected to race.
I'm not saying you can make that connection. I'm saying that when you attack a person of colour for raising issues to do with race and claiming somehow it's their fault, that isn't very helpful.
Nobody said it was their fault at all. But they didn't understand why you'd taken facts that didn't add up and attributed the shooting, which everyone else has not connected, with her activism.
Well, they clearly didn't read the statement put out by her political party.
Well, you didn't clearly read the statement put out by the Metropolitan Police, did you, Diane Abbott? The fact is that you instantly seized upon this and you tried to make it an issue. And now it's rebounded upon you in an embarrassing fashion. And you're not the only one, but you've all been exposed this morning because the inevitable facts have emerged. The truth always does finally emerge from the Stygian darkness. And what we see now is that what we had the other night was we had a Black Lives activist shot, apparently and accidentally, by the way, by another group of black men. That's what happened. That's the facts of the matter.
First of all, which linked it to death threats.
Police said there's no evidence.
But the point I would want to make is that if you constantly cloud issues to do with race by casting aspersions on the good faith of people raising them, that doesn't move us forward.
So, okay, so let's talk about casting aspersions on the good faith of people raising what she calls the issues. The fact is, she parroted the language used by Sasha Johnson's so-called political party. She just took that as verbatim. She preferred to completely ignore the Metropolitan Police, and it's become embarrassing for her this morning. That's the fact of this matter, of the matter, you know. So she, along with many others, she's very, very quick to seize upon the racism narrative, when in actual fact, it's not present. And that's the ultimate truth in this scenario. There was no racist narrative. What there was a crime narrative, there was a gang narrative, and none of those narratives suit Diana Abbott in the least. And she won't talk about those. And that's exactly what you saw in that interview. Anyway, that's what I think. Let me know your thoughts in the thread below, and catch up with you folks real soon.